It's match week 31 in J1. There's still so much to be decided at both ends of the table across the last 8 matches of this captivating top flight season in Japan. And today is likely to have a huge bearing on how things will play out. Machida Zelvia are back at the top. Consadole Sapporo are 1 place off the bottom. They meet today at the Machida GION Stadium, with both knowing defeat would be incredibly costly. Perhaps in Consadole's case, ultimately fatal in their bid to avoid relegation. 7 points is the gap between Sapporo and safety right now. They're 6 points behind even third bottom Jubilo Iwata. Misha Petrovic's team have to get something here, surely, to retain even the remotest hope of prolonging their stay in J1 into a 9th year. Whilst Sapporo are stumbling, Machida, as we know, have had a magical season, and there's still every chance they can do the mighty J2 and J1 back-to-back double. Last week's 3-0 win at Avispa Fukuoka steadied a shaking ship, ensured they returned to the top, taking advantage of Sanfrecce Hiroshima's draw at the Antlers. 2 points is the lead, and with Hiroshima and Vissel Kobe not playing until tomorrow, that advantage could be 5 points come close of play today. Well, that man there, at the ripe old age of 40, scored the last time these two met in the league. Here, that was way back in a J2 fixture in 2016. There's a sense of expectancy around the Machida GION Stadium. They will hope they've had their wobble, Machida Zelvia, and can now push on in these closing weeks of what has been an absolutely riveting season. And as we've seen in recent J1 fixtures, the captains come forward to receive a bouquet and read out a goodwill message. Hiroki Miyazawa, there on the left of your picture, he's the veteran in his 16th year with Consadole Sapporo, comes back into the team today. And Masashi Suzuki, after going for so long, it was 11 months, wasn't it, without a goal, has 4 in the space of the last month and a half. The dam has been broken. We'll be celebrating with a lot more than flowers. I suggest if they can go on and do this double, it has been an extraordinary season for Machida Zelvia after their all-conquering campaign in J2. They've hit the front early in the season and have more or less stayed there. Kick-off just moments away here on the outskirts of Tokyo. We are good to go here. The Machida Zelvia team then, Kositani and goal, a non-playing backup for the national team in the recent international break. Ibrahim Drezovic is the one change from last week's winning team at Avispa, replacing Yuta Nakayama to form that defensive partnership with Gen Shoji. Kazuki Fujimoto and Na-Sang-ho were both on target last week, the latter with an absolutely stunning strike. And Yuki Nakashima there, still going strong at age 40. Yes, that's age 40. Leads the line. He got a brace when these two met in a league fixture 5 days shy of 8 years ago in J2. Interested observer. That's Hajime Moriyasu, the national team coach. Today's referee, Yoshimi Yamashita, on the FIFA list, men's and women's World Cups. 2 Olympic Games, she's refereed at them all. This is her first J1 assignment since mid-July. Assisted today by Takeshi Yasuda and Hiroyoshi Iwata. Futoshi Nakamura is today's VAR. 2 changes in personnel today for Sapporo and a change in formation. Hiroki Miyazawa's return means Seiyababa drops back into the defensive 3. Ryu Takao losing his place. Miyazawa will sit today behind Ryota Aoki and Yoshi Komai. The second change is Toya Nakamura for Leo Wasaki. Nakamura as the left-sided wing-back today with Kondo on the right. All of 4 of Masashi Suzuki's J1 goals this season have come in the space of the last 7 matches. The newcomers sit on the bench. Jordi Sanchez and Bakayoko, the Sierra Leone striker. Go Kuroda, Machida's coach, was born in Sapporo. It's been quite the journey for the 54-year-old from nationally renowned high school coach all the way to the AFC Champions League, which is where he and his team are headed right now. Going in the opposite direction, though, Misha Petrovic and Consadole. In his 19 years coaching in Japan, the Austro-Serbian has been relegated way back in 2007 when he was in charge of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. His teams have never finished lower than 12th since, which is admirable, but 12th, well, that seems like a dreamland right now, the state his Sapporo team are in this season. Top of the table, Machida Zelvia take on second bottom Consadole Sapporo, who kick off in the white here. Week 31 of J1, a historical fixture in a sense this. First time they've ever played a top flight fixture here at the Machida GION. Last league meeting here was in J2 8.5 years ago. Sapporo's last year in J2 before the promotion that ushered in this hitherto unbroken 8-year stint in the top division that's now in severe jeopardy. Machida finished 7th that season, building slowly until the explosion that was last year's J2 win. There's Kondo with the early cross in, right-hand side of the attacking unit behind Suzuki today, and that is Suzuki. Commits Taniao. A little bit clumsy there from Machida Zelvia at the back. They got the win at Avispa last week, 3-0, and it was a result lit up by a fantastic strike from Na Sang-ho. One of the goals of the season now. Kondo again a target. So Kondo right, Nakamura on the left-hand side. Maybe Sadachak will play a little bit further forward, closer to Masashi Suzuki. Incredible record, 587th match coaching in J1 today for Misha Petrovic. His teams are always entertaining, but that's not been much consolation, the form they've been in this season. Really well played on the left-hand side by Fujimoto, who capitalised on a hole in the Fukuoka backline last week to make it 2-0 after an own goal that had broken the deadlock at the Best Denki. 3-0 win came after 2 draws in the league that allowed Sanfrecce Hiroshima to briefly overhaul them on goal difference. They've been top for so long this season at Machida. Calming for Sapporo that Hiroki Miyazawa is back in the team today. Needs a bit of a switch. Seiyababa played to further forward with Takao on the right-hand side of the defensive 3 last week. Baba drops back. Kondo does well, but no one getting near Kasutani there. hit long for Nakashima to chase. More of a 4-4-2 today for Machida Zelvia. Sometimes go with a 2, screening the back 4, 3 in behind the main striker, which on multiple occasions has been Shota Fujio and Eric as well, the Brazilian, but with Nakashima today, he's in his 9th year with Machida Zelvia. This is Fujimoto. Fujimoto tries to pull it across there to Yuki Nakashima. There's another runner in behind there in Shirasaki. As Suzuki runs into Shoji. Loan back at Consadole Sapporo from Gamba right now. Suzuki. Starting that goal-scoring engine a little bit later than he might have wanted this season. 4 in his last 8, all in. Cup commitments recently as well. J.League Cup quarter-finals. Both Machida Zelvia and Consadole Sapporo were eliminated in the quarter-finals. Played over the course of the international break, over 2 legs. Actually suffered tonking in one of those legs. 6-1. Sapporo were beaten by Yokohama F. Marinos. Machida 2 suffered a 5-0 defeat at Albirex Niigata. They won the return leg 2-0 here. Just a couple of days before that win at the Bestenki at Vispa. Already out of the Emperor's Cup, so it really is all systems go and honing in on this league challenge for Machida Zelvia. Lovely little switch around there. It's Fujimoto's away, and he might be able to square it to Nakashima. The pass wasn't quite sharp enough. It was a lovely spin from Fujimoto. I expected him to play that into Nakashima there. A poor ball after he'd done seemingly the more difficult bit. Three goals this season for Fujimoto. Look at that take. Absolutely beautiful. Well, maybe Nakashima just pulled up there, sort of running into position, then just missed a beat, didn't he? Started with Kashima Antlers, Yuki Nakashima, 2003. What longevity. Okuto Shimoda here with the corner. Been intricate here. Finally the ball in. It's dangerous as well. Miyazawa got it away, and then it's over from Nakashima. Well, a sight to goal. Of course, he will be hungry. He scored in that cup win, that second leg win against Albirex Niigata. Only goal of the season. It's only actually his third appearance in the league. Might be an opportunity to shoot. just wide. That was Nakashima setting it up. Sehun, Nakashima seem to have really hit their stride right now here in Machida. Choji again looks for Nakashima. Sang Ho brings it down. He might have been brought down as well. Referee gives nothing. Groundbreaking official is Yoshimi Yamashita, who refereed at the Paris Olympics earlier this summer. Second Olympics after Tokyo. The Women's World Cup, Men's World Cup as well. Qatar in 2022, top official. Nothing given there. Now then, that's Henry Oroki Mochizuki. He celebrated his 23rd birthday yesterday. He's on the bench. Suzuki. This is promising. Masashi Suzuki. Overlapper is Kondo. And wide by Komai. It was Ryota Aoki. Too much of super chop yet. The tie. It's back for Okamura. Step down the give and go. It's Baba. Break there for Komai. Nakashima dealt with, but only as far as Fujimoto, so constant danger. Sehun got an overload here. Shirasaki, Hayashi. There's the turn, a little weave from Na Sang-ho. Dealt with. Korean presence in this team with Oh Se-hun in there as well, and Park Mang-yu on the opposite team, and on the left-hand side of the back three for Sapporo. It's Kotaro Hayashi. The flick. Oof, that's a really good intervention there, because Oh Se-hun was winding up the volley. Bodies flying around there. There's an injury. Sapporo just up against it all of a sudden. A lot of possession here for Machida Zelvia. Yeah, that was a really good challenge by Toya Nakamura, steering the ball away from Osei-hun. A versatile Toya Nakamura, been used as a wing back and also as part of the back three. Generally plays on the left-hand side. In his 5th year with the club. They have a real loyal core of players at Consadole Sapporo. Miyazawa in his 16th year with the club, Komai 7th year. Kimura his 5th year. It would be some story if they could pull off the salvage operation here. Lovely interplay again, releasing Fujimoto. Still there, Fujimoto cuts inside and plays that too near Sugeno. But he's a constant menace here down the left-hand side, Kazuki Fujimoto. Gave Seibaba the eyes there, back into his right foot. Quite a disappointing end product in the end here from Fujimoto. 3 goals this season. Might have been number 4 with a little bit more composure, a bit more accuracy in the strike. Here comes the throw for Machida. And Sapporo really struggling to deal with it, and Nakamura gets that foot in. It's only half away at best though. Sugioka takes it over. And Drezovic, the Bosnia-Herzegovinian, is back in the team today alongside Gen Shoji. Placing Nakayama. Lovely little ball across. Should have been the goalkeepers. Now the defence there, Sapporo, surely willing Sugeno to come out, be a little bit more positive there. Cut through it all, just dive on the ball. Machida Zelvia applying the pressure. Kitaro Ayashi to deliver another throw here. Nakamura does well. Drezovic recycle it once more here. Machida. Okuto Shimoda mixing up again as they go long that time. That's the variation that Machida Zelvia can provide. Sometimes hitting it quickly up and over for Nakashima. Other times just trying a little ball around the corner for Fujimoto Oto and Na Sang-ho, wide left and right respectively. Another throw. Flick again causing problems. Well, sooner or later they're going to pay surely here, Sapporo. Really struggling to deal with those long throws. I mean, that time Ryohei Shirasaki was furthest forward. It's just ping-ponging around everywhere. And Aoki, yeah, just provides the distraction there to prevent Shirasaki getting a clean shot away. And one of the 10 newcomers in this team. It's a completely different team, Machida Zelvia, by this stage in the 2024 season, and achieved promotion. Again, it's testament to the coaching skills of Gokurada and the way he's able to marshal a completely new group of players. I mean, that win at Avispa last week. So crucial because they had 3 straight wins, unbeaten in 5 when they got to their wobble starting on the 20th of May. It's 2 of 3, both here against the Marinos and Shonan Bellmare. Drew at Cerezo Osaka. Miyazawa. Aoki. It's a cross. Komai. It's by no stretch of the imagination anywhere near the tallest player on the pitch. Properly test Kositane there. He's had a fabulous career, and the longevity to sustain the top flight career in management for 2 decades now has to be commended. Suzuki. Goes Aoki again here. Miyazawa. Ryota Aoki. As we're fitting a team struggling as much as they are, Sapporo have the worst defensive record in the league, worst away record in the league, won only 2 of 14 on their travels. Only 9 points away from the Sapporo Dome this season. The bottom side, Sagantosu, have 10 points on the road. Komai the target, nicely dealt with. And Shoji. Fujimoto's been really lively so far. Shimada. Sugioka. Shoji for Drezovic. Shimada. Nakashima is full of running. The ball looked out of play there. Oh, stubs it back. He's done really well there, Nakashima. Oh, well, surely the best chance there. Fell to Issei Hun before he tried to siphon it off to Na Sang-ho. I'm sure the ball had crossed the line. It's the byline there. Before Nakashima ran it back into play. Machida have lost 5 at home in 2024, on 7 of their 15. Here's now Sang-ho. Sugioka. Shoji. Shimito clips it back there to Shimada. Now Sang-ho couldn't feed it through. Yeah, that'll be a foul. Nakamura, the player brought down there. Past the midway point in the first half. It's Machida Zelvia 0, Consadole Sapporo 0. Machida won 2-1 in Sapporo on match day 4. Drezovic got the deciding goal there. Shot of Fujio, the Japan under-23 striker, was on target in that match. Actually the top scorer for Machida Zelvia this season with 9, Fujio, on the bench today. Might likely see him as well if things are not going to plan into the second half here. Sapporo are trying to avoid a 5th relegation from J1. Most recent of those was in 2012. Had a 4-year stint in J2 before winning that promotion as J2 winners in 2016. Bottom in that 2012 J1 season, won just 4 of 34, 14 points. Far off the worst ever J1 performance. Dubious honour goes to Shonan Bellmare back in 1999, who won just 13 points. Finished bottom. Kondo. Fine attempt from deep. It was Aoki who hit it. And he is their top scorer. 5 goals for Ryota Aoki. Hot shot, really. Seeing if his luck was in. Just a little too central, wasn't it? And Tani able to just see that over. Clipped it, caught it nicely though, Ryota Aoki. Take the resultant corner as well here. Swinger kind of hit Suzuki rather than the other way round. Just leaning back a little bit there, Musashi Suzuki. Immediately Machida play it long. Now Sang-ho trying to hold it up. And they get it moving a little bit too quickly for the referee's fancy. Here's the free kick here for Machida. Too close to the keeper. Sugano bats that away. Drezovic, useful. Fooled the ball by pulling it low and rather deep there, but here comes Sapporo on the counter. It's Musashi Suzuki, shakes off Nakashima and then runs into too much trouble with Drezovic, just able to distract him sufficiently and knock him off his stride. Super Chalk there, retrieves it, back through Miyazawa. Nakamura. Yoshiaki Komai. Behind Ryota Aoki, one of 4 players on 4 goals. Komai, 7th year with Sapporo. Seiya Baba. Nil-nil here. Aoki. Kondo. That's for movement. Yeah, nice for the return ball as well. Kondo's done really well there. Slips it across, no one committing in the middle of the 6-yard box. Still the opportunity is there for Sapporo. It's back to Aoki. Right there. That's a vignette of exactly what the problem has been, the lack of killer instinct there for Sapporo. I mean, they like to play intricate combinations, but sometimes, well, you just want an old-fashioned striker in there just to commit and gamble and hit that 6-yard area and go for the tap-in. It's a lovely ball by Miyazawa releasing Kondo. But at the other end, it's Fujimoto, who's providing a lot of danger for Machida Zelvia. And they had that player on the near post, Nakashima. Couldn't get the flick. Well, that's twice they've nearly combined, Fujimoto and Nakashima. Down this left. Fujimoto. Oh. Again, it's a whisker away from the connection. Beginning to wonder what might have been the outcome had Shota Fujio been in there. Again, Sapporo with a little bit of a hint of a chance here. Kondo on the counter-attack. It's Kondo. Blocked off. Tomoki Kondo, one of Sapporo's newcomers for the 2024 season, departed relegated Yokohama FC. He actually surpassed Akira Nishino's all-time record for managing in J1. The start of the 2023 campaign did Misha Petrovic. Nigh on 600 matches as a coach in Japan. Will he be continuing, I wonder? Likely in the second division. Does he have that hunger and fight and fire to lead another team to a promotion? Don't want to write Sapporo off, but it's looking very, very unfavourable for them right now. Including this, 5 of their last 8 matches are away from home, and just relying on other teams around them to falter. Jubilo Iwata, the nearest team to Sapporo, even they are 6 points better off, third bottom, Jubilo. Up against Avispa Fukuoka today, same kickoff, 7 PM local here. And goalless in that one. Sagantosu at bottom, they look done and dusted, I'm afraid. They're away at Tokyo Verdy tomorrow. This is Suzuki. Given away. Fujimoto. It's a nice little flick by Nakashima. But over the top for Osehun. He's well dealt with. Nakamura does really well there. Baba. Next match is for the closest team to Machida Zelvia. And tomorrow, Vissel Kobe away at Alberix Niigata. Hiroshima against the Marinos. Sanfrecce Hiroshima became the team of the moment, usurping the Machida Zelvia with that run of 7 straight wins in the league. But that came to an end with last week's 2-all draw at Kashima Antlers. There's intrigue wherever you look at the top of the table in Japan this season. And the win taken out of the Michael Skipper's team sails with the back-to-back cup eliminations in the space of a couple of days. They were absolutely flying with 10 straight wins, Hiroshima. The league and the cups, and then in the space of 3 days knocked out of the J.League Cup on penalties by Nagoya Grampus, and then beaten at home by Gamba to be eliminated in the quarters of the Emperor's Cup. Champions League 2 commitments as well to distract them, Hiroshima. Now go Hokkaido, whilst being aware of situations elsewhere, naturally will be committed to seeing his team do the business, and right now that's not necessarily happening. It's 0-0 here, Machida Zelvia and Consadole Sapporo. Hun throwing himself at that. He's taken Daichi Okamura with him here. He steered Machida Zelvia to the J2 crown last year, his first year with the club, having spent the best part of 20 years as a wildly successful coach of Aomori Yamada High School team. It was a heavy fall, wasn't it, by Osei Hun there. Good battle that, Okamura versus Osei Hun. They both have physicality about them. A strange quirk of Sapporo's away record, that run of just 2 wins in 14 away. But they did win their last away match in the league. That was at Jubilo Iwata on the 25th of August. Nakashima, no trip, on we go, Miyazawa. There's Aoki. So there's a tendency to slow it down when they're in possession, to Sapporo. A couple of instances of opportunities perhaps on the counter-attack, breaking quickly. When they're in possession, it's all about intricacy and delicate combination play. Case in point right here, here's Miyazawa. Baba. So that support, Tomoki Kondo. Okamura. Nakamura. Komai. A lot of traffic to navigate here for Sapporo. Are unable to do so. Djezovic just gets his laces through that clearance, but it's a bit of an up and under. Kashima has done well, and once again it's Osei Hun tangling with Nakamura that time. And the walls a bit in the opening 38 minutes or so. The referee's seen enough. Yeah, he played twice for Korea in the recent qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. Latest stage of World Cup qualifiers have kicked off in the Asian zone. It's the first point at which you get direct qualifiers from Asia. Third round of qualifying. Korea, as we know, will be huge favourites to make it again to the World Cup. Been at every World Cup since Mexico '86. Started with a 0-0 draw against Palestine and one in Oman, the Koreans. Japan as well, 7-0 and a 5-0 win, getting their campaign off to a flying start. Komura. Now, he's had a busy first half, but so far so good. That Sapporo back line unbreached. Baba back for Sugeno. As well as the recent internationals, we've seen the first matches in the revamped Asian club competitions as well. Much like the UEFA Champions League, the AFC Champions League has been rebooted this season. AFC Champions League Elite stage, AFC Champions League 2. First cup win, first two places in the league, get you a spot in the AFC Champions League Elite. So looking good for Machida Zelvia right now. Kobe, Kawasaki, Frontale and Yokohama F Mariners are the representatives in the 24-25 season in Japan in the elite stage. Here's an opportunity. There's bodies forward here for Sapporo. Aoki tries to slot it through and tickles away there from Yoshi Komai. Just a little bit timid there, with a good situation unfolding ahead of them for Sapporo attack-wise. And they're going to have the ball again here. Okamura. Kondo, this idea, Baba herring forward. Tane gets it away, nudge down there towards Nakashima, set it up. Perhaps Fujimoto will be the target again on this left side. Sugioka runs it out of play. Just got off the boil a little bit. The Machida Zelvia. He doesn't look too concerned, does he, right now? Kurada. benchmark for teams promoted to J1 winning the title. Gamba Osaka, Kashiwa Reysol. J2 promoted, won J1 in their first year in the top flight. Gamba did it 2013 and 2014. Kashiwa Reysol did it 2010, 2011. Oh, it wouldn't come down quick enough there for Nakashima. Miyazawa. Oh, here we go. It's an opportunity here. It's Superchok. He was away. It was a superb last-ditch challenge there by Gen Shoji. That's a captain's challenge. Well, he applauds the first bit of service there, Superchok Sarachat. He was so close to being through on goal there. Wonderfully timed challenge there from the Machida Zelvia skipper. Tomoki Kondo. Baba. Wait on that cross. Yu is forwards to move into stoppages at the end of the first half. It's been a pretty free-flowing half of football. 3 minutes, yeah. Pretty modest these days, isn't it? 3 minutes to be added on at the end of any half. Superchok gets to that first. Here's Miyazawa, who's had a really busy half. Kondo in plenty of room. Tomoki Kondo across, took a bit of a deflection. Komai wanted that just nicked in short to him. Kondo's been a threat, released by Miyazawa. That wonderful piece of intricate play produced the best moment thus far for Consadole Sapporo midway through this half. Kondo nicked it across Tani, no one there to turn it into an unguarded net. Fujimoto has combined with Nakashima on occasion. At the other end for Machida Zelvia, but no breakthrough. I feel sure we'll be seeing fresh legs up front. Shot of Fujio, maybe Eric in the second half for the home team. And to finish this first half on the front foot, there's Sugioka. Drezovic. Right, Sapporo at their stations, remaining resolute and well drilled here. Shimada gives it back to Gen Shoji. Potential goal-saving challenge, stopping Superchok Sarachat. Go long. Sugioka maybe will be the target. Nakashima nodded it across. Miyazawa leverage that contact. Yeah, the ball is thrust forward, but it was a foul on Hiroki Miyazawa before they cleared it. Stop dead weight there. Sugioka getting in the way. Still plenty to ponder. Going to Kyoto Sanga next week at Sapporo. Cerezo and Kashiwa Reysol also at tough away matches to come. Negotiating this one well enough right now, with an injury stoppage at the end of the first half here. Miyazawa looks in real discomfort, doesn't he? That will be that for the first half here. It's goalless at the Machida GION Stadium. Sort of hit and miss, really, from the league leaders. They started brightly. Fujimoto and Nakashima are looking really threatening, but no end product on some useful build-up play, and Suzuki and Sapporo had the odd moment. There's a real problem here for Miyazawa, who was grounded at the end of that first half, and they'll need to treat him on the pitch here as we go in for half-time. It's Machida Zelvia 0, Consadole Sapporo 0 at the break.
いや、盛り上がりますね、やっぱり。最高。どうだと思うじゃん。
いや、めちゃくちゃ選手可愛かった。
ねえ。
サポーターの皆さんもね、熱い拍手の言葉があってね、めっちゃ良かったですね。
さあ、今日の模様はですね、あさって23日放送のアベマゼルツクで、見られます。そして完成した新ミュージックビデオはクラブ公式 YouTube にてゼルツク放送終了後に公開されますので、ぜひ見てください。はい。いや、皆様後半もね、熱く熱く応援盛り上げていただきたいと思います。今から僕ら共闘ってやりますんで、共闘って言ったら両手でガッツポーズ。いいですね、両手でガッツポーズですよ。皆さん、バックの皆さんもお願いします。いきますよ。せーの、共闘。
Players back out then here for the second half of Machida Zelvia and Consadole Sapporo. To absolutely no one's surprise here, Shota Fujio is being brought into proceedings to replace Yuki Nakashima. So Fujio, with certainly more youth on his side, comes in. He's actually the top scorer for them this season. And just knocking on the door of the senior national team setup as well. As star of the under-23s with Japan is Shota Fujio. He's off the bench for the fifth time. Actually sent off in the 5-0 defeat to Albirex Niigata in that first leg of the J.League Cup quarter-final. Hasn't scored since 17th of August. A 4-0 win over Jubilo Iwata. Hasn't scored in open play actually since the 15th of June. And they won 3-1 at the Marinos. Has scored 2 penalties since against the Jubilo Iwata from the spot in the 3-0 win at Gamba Osaka. So, fresh legs on up front here. Shota Fujio for Nakashima as Machida Zelvia look for a little bit extra spark here against the team that are pretty much destined for J2. And the first half finished with a big injury concern for Hiroki Miyazawa. And how about that to open up the second as well? That is a clatterer of heads. I felt that from up here. Kamura and Osei Hun. So we'll wait just a little longer for some kind of pattern to establish itself here in the second half at the Machida GION Stadium here on the extreme southern edge of Japan's capital, closer to Yokohama than central Tokyo here. Population of around about 500,000. Classic suburban commuter town, really, which has been put on the map by the football team and that extraordinary performance in J2 last year. Champions with 87 points. They were 12 points clear of Jubilo Iwata at the end. Played 21 here last year, won 13 of them. Top scorers with 79 goals. Eric, top scorer with 18. He remains on the bench. Has yet to be unleashed for Machida Zelvia. Suzuki, nothing doing over there. Hard worker, Masashi Suzuki. I don't think he's the most clinical of finishers you're ever likely to see. But part of that club that left Japan to play in Europe. The best shot in Belgium. There's a chance against Shoji in the way. Bouncing ball thrust away by Hokkaido Shimada. They are capable of just prizing teams open slowly, Sapporo. When we know about the technical attributes of the likes of Komai and Aoki, Asano as well, who isn't part of the team today. Plenty of ability in there, but you just really feel they need a finisher sometimes, Sapporo. There is Suzuki. Too many blue shirts around him. So we'll run you through the lineups. Just that change, single change. There was Shota Fujio replacing Yuki Nakashima. And Hiroki Miyazawa recovered sufficiently after that nasty looking tumble. Holding his torso. Challenge that knocked him down right at the end of the first half, closing seconds, the last moments of that first 45. Whatever's been done in the interim at half-time has worked out. And Super Chop, Sarachat almost in on goal, wasn't he? Denied by, again, Shoji's last-ditch sliding challenge. Fujimoto, the runner as well, Sugioka on the overlap, and too much heat on the cross. A bit more quality was needed there, a little bit more poise and precision. Fujimoto there with the set-up play. Away by Pak Mingyu. Shoji. It's been huge for them, all things considered. So again, Shoji, to that distinguished career with the Antlers, the captain of the Kashima Antlers AFC Champions League winning team in 2018 when they beat Persepolis, the Iranians. A very shrewd move to bring him to Machida Zelvia to marshal the defence and provide a little bit of experience here in the J1 Challenge. Now we've got another change here. It's for Sapporo, it's Kazuki Fukai. They've allowed Hiroki Miyazawa 5 minutes at the start of the second half here to run off that aforementioned knock at the end of the first. He's not been able to manage it. It's a shame, because he's an absolute rock for Consadole Sapporo. So it's the 29-year-old Fukai, another of these long-term Sapporo servants, Sapporo born. 200 appearances, and this is 10th year with the club. Only just returning from injury, played the J.League Cup, a win over Yokohama F Mariners, which wasn't enough to overturn the 5-goal deficit from the first leg. It's actually Fukai's first run out in J1 all season. Real shame for Miyazawa, actually. He's a calming presence. He's the captain, just marshals the team, gets everywhere, pops up everywhere. Sugeno out sharply. I wonder if we're going to get a glimpse of the newcomers. Busy in the market mid-season. Sapporo, Jordi Sanchez, Amadou Bakayoko. Two new strikers are brought in. Neither have started yet. So the veteran Yuki Kobayashi on the bench lost his place, really. Kobayashi started front this season. Now then, Aoki, the top scorer. No. Perhaps could have taken the extra touch there, Aoki, before sending that ball across. There's the runner from deep here for Machida Zelvia. They've got Osei Hun in the middle. First activity for Fujio. It's an integral part of the Japan under-23 team, which won the Asian title at that age group. May in Qatar, Shota Fujio played the Olympics this summer. That was the qualifying tournament. The Olympics from the Asian zone, event in Doha. And the future of the Japanese national team looks in pretty rude health, actually. Not that they made the breakthrough they wanted at the Olympics, but a really fine young technical team. A recognisable identity from all the Japanese teams, both men's and women's at age levels as well. Sapporo with Sarachat again, like Aoki from the left-hand side just a few moments ago. Can't provide a ball of quality. There is Aoki. Fukai taking over the captain's armband as well. Fukai from Miyazawa. Baba. Better looking cross. Aoki shins it across. Sarachat can't latch onto it. Komai or Baba. It's Komai. Shot is blocked. Fujimoto gets it to Fujio. Oh, a bit tight perhaps that on Diachi Okamura. Fujio was always going to leverage that contact. And it is a free kick here for Machida Zelvia. It is 0-0 here. 10 minutes into the second half. Surely a must-win match for both teams here. Their respective causes at the top and bottom of the table. Fujimoto against Sayababa. Fujimoto with that overlapper. He ran out of room there, Sugioka. has produced one nice moment for them in this second half. Fujimoto and Sugioka, the latter there, the left back, player on loan from Shonan Bellmare, who couldn't find a colleague with a cross. Yuki Soma is perhaps an option here. Yu got forward, the ball had dropped out of play. Won the Super Cup 2008, the J-League 2 crown 2008, was J-League Cup winner in 2016 with Urawa Reds, Misha Petrovic. J-League Manager of the Year in 2018. He's an established track record of making teams competitive and certainly making them entertaining. The success hasn't necessarily followed. I mean, that 2018 J-League Manager of the Year award was because Sapporo finished 4th that year. Second year back in the top flight after promotion. Sugioka shackled by Fukai. Tomoki Kondo tries to get involved as well and help out his colleague. Yeah, just running aground again here, Machida Zelvia. I mean, the spark is missing, isn't it, here from the league leaders? Sapporo were 12th last year. The previous 2 seasons 10th, then 12th the year before, 10th the year before that. Gives you an idea of the consistency, really, that he'd established. Misha Petrovic at the Sapporo Dome. You just sense the way they were playing last season, the crazy open style of their play. They're either going to go and explode and win a tournament, or the opposite effect. And unfortunately, it's been the opposite effect. Tumble to the bottom. Teams really going at them. Trickle through to Sugano. Failed really to replace Tsuyoshi Ogashiwa, who was integral to the system, the front man. Sapporo, he departed to FC Tokyo in the off-season. Again, a point away at the league leaders. Impressive in its own right, but still not enough, because Sapporo are in such a treacherous spot. Relegated first from J1 in 1998, 2 years in J2 for promotion. Dropped back down again 2002, 5 years in the second division, promoted 2007. Spent a single year in the top flight, then relegated again 2008, 3 years in J2, promoted in 2011 and spent that 2012 season in J1, just that single season, relegated again. It established stability after that promotion in 2016. never so established as a top-flight club as in the best part of the last decade, Sapporo, but looks to be all over. Past the hour mark here at the Machida GION Stadium. It is Machida Zelvia 0, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 0. Below Iwata, still goalless with Avispa Fukuoka also. Below the team, 6 points above Sapporo. Fujio's in behind here. Shot of Fujio, it's a useful pullback. It's a very timely intervention. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because the offside flag was up, just catching Fujio over on that far side. That close, right leg shot at Fujio. Wanted to see how the attack panned out before closing it down with a flag. Still a bit raw around the edges, but plenty of potential. Shot of Fujio. Jimato ran away from Osehun. And the ball through from Komai. Suzuki is away here. It's Masashi Suzuki. He's taken a tub, but it was certainly outside the box. Well, Yoshimi Yamashita has demonstrated to us already she's prepared to let play roll on, play advantages. That's been the case again here. Thought Suzuki might have been better advised to just push on and try and get a shot away, but he checked back inside. Aoki. Baba. Kondo. It's Kondo. He's done well. He's shut down as well. Sugioka doing his defensive work really well there. But Masashi Suzuki just on the end of this quick breakaway. There's very little pressure on the player who picked it up deep. You just thought he was going to go on there, and then on another day, another referee looks at that. A racing incident, wasn't it? Sugioka with that challenge. But you just wanted Suzuki to take that on and shoot, rather than pull it back inside. Given Sapporo a bit of a lift. It's Nakamura if he can get there. He's well challenged. Fukai. And again, Fukai. Here's Kondo. Kondo just weighing up his options. Still going, Tomoki Kondo, and still easy for Tani. He's got that bit of direction about him, hasn't he, Tomoki Kondo? It should be Suganos and Liz. So they've just upped the tempo a little bit here, Sapporo. Aoki. Komai. Nakamura. Yeah, changes now. Mitchell Duke and Yuki Soma and Fujimoto as one of the best players, if not the best player for Machida Zelvia in the first half. Had no impact whatsoever in the second, and Osei Hun as well is replaced. A vindication really of the way Sapporo have shackled the Machida Zelvia since the break. Fujimoto and Osei Hun a real threat, but not anymore. Well, Hajime Moriyasu is checking everyone out, the national team coach. A couple of players on the bench today, part of that Japan squad that won back-to-back to open up the latest stage of World Cup qualifying, including Henry Mochizuki, the defender who's on the bench here for Machida Zelvia today. That's that backup keeper. And Tani seems to be his third choice, actually, right now. Zion Suzuki is the first choice from Parma right now for Japan. So can Mitchell Duke do something if they can effect some kind of transition here? Machida Zelvia, it's Ryota Aoki. There's the shot. Always rising from Fukai. Well, that would have been a story. First league run out of the year today, and fancied it. Some while since his last J1 goal, 2022, July 2022, 2-2 draw with Nagoya Grampus. He's had his injury concerns to 29 over the last 18 months or so. Perhaps the first opportunity to involve Mitchell Duke here for Machida Zelvia, who scored 10 goals in the promotion season last year, more or less a first choice, but himself warming the bench in 2024. Here is Duke. Coming up against Japan for Australia in the World Cup qualifiers. There's Shoji, again getting in the way of Suzuki and Sapporo's progress. Suzuki holds it up. It's Komai. Oh, they've given it away. First phase again with Suzuki was when they looked likelier to open Machida Zelvia up. Then it's Fujio. Someone as well pulls it behind all those blue shirts who'd raced into the middle. Sommer, the substitute, away on the left. It's a straight switch that. Sommer for Fujimoto on the left. Osei Hun and Nakashima replaced by Duke. And Fujio, now Sang-ho, still trying to cause a little bit of havoc on the right-hand side, but he's not had much impact in this second half so far. Sapporo, as we move into the last 20 minutes, just building in confidence. Sapporo under Misha Petrovic only won one of their first 14 matches this season. Due on the opening day at Avispa, then lost 5 straight. Always have a little bit of a run of form, I suppose, but inconsistent enough when they've had any kind of joy this season. Sapporo. the J.League Cup campaign. And they got their first win against Gamba Osaka on Matchweek 7. It was a draw with Albirex Niigata, then Sanfrecce, Shonan Bellmare Cerezo. 4 draws in a row after that first win, but then it was back to defeats. So it represents their best run of the season. A bit of a distant memory now. It happened in April. The only other 0-0 draw Sapporo this season was at Avispa on the opening day. Shimada taking on board some fluids. Shimada then to take this free kick. Oh, it's a little bit deep. It's disappointing, you have to say, in the circumstances. That quality hasn't been there from the league leaders. I mean, it's just a pure overhit here. There's no excuses for that, really. Drezovic. Worth pointing out, actually, that the Machida Zelvia go to Sanfrecce Hiroshima next week. It's going to be huge, that. Duke does well. Such that it's Yuki Soma. It's a risky-looking intervention. Okamura there, cutting across Yuki Soma. Yamashita having none of it. Might be a problem here for Soma. Well, in fairness, the switch has worked out, really, because what Fujimoto was doing in the first half, Soma is now doing in the second, and that's causing real problems over there for Daichi Okamura. I mean, he goes for the dive, of course, here. He goes for the theatrics, and he'll get nothing. And he's fine. But if they can get that combination going, Sugioka Soma rather than Fujimoto, as happened there, then there is still plenty of hope for Go Kurida's team today. Jordi Sanchez now about to be unleashed for Sapporo. Duke just ran away from him. First touch not quite sharp enough. A bit of a lift in the tempo now for Machida Zelvia. Suzuki, we wait for support here. Masashi Suzuki just trying to thread it. Nice idea there, Park Ming-yu. Furthest forwards, picked off by Nakamura. There we go, just a reminder that in the last quarter of an hour, Consadole Sapporo have conceded 17 times this season. Need to be aware of that right now. Might be a chance to involve, both Daiki Suga and Jordi Sanchez here. So 5th time off the bench for Sanchez, one of the mid-season recruits. Just to give Misha Petrovic further options, the Spaniards, Baba and Suzuki off. Worked hard, a couple of openings. Sometimes you just want a little bit more from the Masashi Suzuki. Suga, one of the usual suspects really. Again, tired really in the second half of the season. Often plays over on the left-hand side, can play in that left wing-back role. Straight in the action here, Jordi Sanchez, the giant Spaniard. Get to score in the league, 4 times off the bench. Scored in that Yokohama F Mariners victory 3-1 in the J-League Cup. Well played that, Komai just getting a glance on that loose ball. And the momentum back with Sapporo. Nakamura, Aoki, Toya Nakamura, super chop, Bukai, Park Ming-yu. Short there for Komai. Aoki swings it heavy. Too heavy for Kondo. Well, it's the same old story, isn't it? They get into the attacking positions. I mean, Aoki is busy, and he is their top scorer. But it's same old, same old. The final ball, not there. Diagonal there for Kondo, he's done well. Nudges that down to Superchok. Right, wants it. It's in towards Jordi Sanchez. Playing by Tani. He spent last year with FC Machida in Poland. Did Jordi Sanchez, has that element of physicality and is demonstrating it there, perhaps not in the best context. Not much in that really. What a start for Sanchez. But he's 27 minutes on the pitch at Tokyo Verdy as well last week. Clinching goal. It was the 3rd goal in the 3-1 win over the Mariners, but there were 5 down from the first leg. But at least he is off the mark. Last league goal came on the last day of the Ekstraklasa season in Poland. Wyciew Łódź. To be the target again here is Aoki, just works his way forward. And Saracha. Kondo. Bukai. $10,500 inside the stadium here. With 10,500 unhappy people as well. If Sapporo can nick one, Well, they've been much better and more confident coming forward in the second half, the visitors. Poised to make another change here, Machida Zelvia, by the looks of things. Here's Nasangho. Check back. Has he managed to stay on side? Yes, he has, and it's over the top. What a miss from Kotaro Hayashi. Oh, he could have taken the touch, Hayashi there. They carved them open. And now Sangho just cut that back to Ryohei Shirasaki. Oh, and that's a bad miss, it really is, for Hayashi. All alone, unattended. Sticks it over the top. It fell to the wrong man in a sense. He's never scored for Machida Zelvia there, Hayashi. They brought in Eric for the final push here, last season's top scorer in J2. Again, anything but guaranteed his spot in the starting lineup this season. But Ignacio Lima is off the bench for the 14th time here. But here's the pace and the energy up against Nakamura. And Eric does really well, finds Ju, able to touch it down towards Fujio. Just a percentage point off here, Machida Zelvia. But Fujio picks it up, it's Soma, it's a useful ball in, it's away. Then Hayashi. Good cross, whipped header, just wide from Ju. So close, they're coming closer and closer. Push has come to shove here, and they're just winding this up, Machida Zelvia. That's a fine ball in. And Mitchell Ju isn't a million miles away from nudging that in for his 5th goal in J1 this season. It's a lovely contact, that, from the Aussie. Hasn't scored in 8 matches for club and country. Featured for Australia back-to-back against Bahrain and Indonesia. The Aussies had a really underwhelming start to the World Cup qualifying group, losing at home to Bahrain and held by the Indonesians. He was close there, he really was, but it was a fine ball in as well towards the 23-year-old. It's all about the quality of the cross. This is the angle that will tell us just how close this was. I mean, you suspect there Sugano has it. They're pretty much under control, but even so, a cute little contact there from Duke. The problem here with Sugano. Kurama is the new stand-in. Bent some fingers back there. Contact just with the base of that post on that follow-through. Well, we're going to have a debut here for 27-year-old Yun Kodama, who was part of the mid-season recruitment drive. He's played in the Cups, but nothing yet in J1 until today for Yun Kodama. Has arrived from J3 sides. YSCC Yokohama. Yeah, Sugano knew the moment that he'd made contact with the base of that post there, hurt his fingers, that That will be it for him. And it's Kaya Sento as well for Machida Zelvia, the latest change for them. A little bit nervy at the end here, isn't it? Because this is a match that Machida Zelvia would have expected to win, would have hoped to win. It might still happen, but boy, are they leaving it late. It's a regular starter, really, this season, Kaya. And all for the last 3 minutes last week at Avispa Fukuoka. Facing Shimada. Yep, here's confirmation of the change then. Sugano off. The J1 debut for Consadole Sapporo for Yun Kodama. First appearance in the top flight, full stop. So it just all unravelled a bit towards the end. This match has had a nice flow to it. The combination of substitutions and the injury problem there with Sugano means that we'll have a good stint bolted on at the end. Time enough for someone here to change the course of the J1 title run-in and/or fight to avoid relegation. But this would be a story if Sapporo could nick a goal here. Nakamura. Shoveled up and over. Here's Aoki. Fujio does well. Just tries to work something there with Mitchell Duke. Nothing in that. Again, Aoki has been busy. Now takes this free kick. Looping delivery there. It's Mitch Duke with that contact. Machida Zelvia thrust it away. He'll take this throw quickly, too quickly. On Sommer on this overlap, across to the near post, and Sapporo back to scramble mode. Had to be dealt with, and a useful intervention just to get that ball clear. Nine extra minutes here at the end. Second chance to get the ball in. It's a useful cross. It's Sapporo defending really stoically. The body's being thrown in the way. bounces away there. So nervy, it really is. Penny for the thoughts of Sanfrecce Hiroshima and Vissel Kobe right now. Still think a point is of scant use in the circumstances for Consadole Sapporo. An extra injury concern as well before they're next out next week. Sapporo, no problem with the Sugeno. Kyoto Sanga at home next week. Cerezo Osaka and Kashiwa Reysol also at the Sapporo Dome before the 2024 campaign is out. At Gamba, Nagoya Grand Prix, Shonan Bellmare and Sanfrecce Hiroshima, the penultimate weekend of the season for Sapporo. It's away from home as well. It's a really tough and tight looking run in. There's Duke with the cross in. Machida Zelvia still to welcome Kawasaki Frontale here, FC Tokyo and Kyoto Sanga away to the Antlers on the last day. What a match that could be. There's the cross, and there's the stand-in keeper with a really hearty claim there. Yun Kodama picks that up. Well, set it up as well. Just don't do anything silly now, Sapporo. Balance until the end, so we've not had anything involving Jordi Sanchez. What a good 10 minutes or so now. It's been all Machida Zelvia. Yeah, it's such a nice flow, but it's just got ever so ragged and disjointed at the end here. Perhaps an indicator of the nerves involved. Zelvia have been held 3 times at home. This 4th draw incoming, the unlikeliest of the lot. Well, it's just all about spoiling here. Ryota Aoki, he knows it, we know it, they know it. The way things are, I mean, you don't get the time eaten up, do you? It's all bolted on, one way or the other. It's all recorded. You're seeing 2 points slip away here. Could be absolutely critical come the end of this season. We'll go Kurida and Machida Zelvia. It could be 3 points flying away from them. If Aoki can conjure something for Consadole. No, it's not a good delivery, and there's Fujio who capitalises on that defensive header from Mitch Duke. Eric wants it a little bit further forward. Trezovic. Soma. There's Yuki Soma, good ball. Eric was there, Duke was there far side. And again, Sapporo defending really well. A different type of players, better at sending the ball in from the wide areas, Yuki Soma, I think, than Fujimoto. Is more technical and combines better with the fullback. Tomoko Kondo needing a bit of extra energy at the end here. Yeah, it's been a bruising match, hard fought. It's that trailing leg, isn't it, of Eric? Yeah, and then, yeah. Okay, Kondo decides, do I fancy a lie down for a bit? Yep, I do. But he's up and will try and help defend this corner in swinger. Away by Fukai. Second phase here as the minutes of injury time tick down. It's Sommer. Again, it's decent. There's two there. Just sending the ball away from Fujio. It's going to be another corner. Good cross again from Yuki Sommer. Suga's been busy since coming on. It was his defensive work there that's put the ball out. Here it comes again. There's the flick. Breaks for Jordi Sanchez and Sapporo there. 7 of the extra 9 minutes are up. Here's the throw. It's a useful weapon for them at the start of the first half, and again, no killer instinct when it's needed most for Machida Zelvia. Gitaro Ayashi. One of the best moments, one of the best chances of this second half, which he flashed over the top. Can he redeem himself with a potential assist here? Duke flicks it on. Well, he's given them something more physical and something a little bit extra, but here's Suga now. Surely Sapporo can't nick one, can they? And really shake up the title race. Super Jock! Oh! Well, he had Jordi Sanchez up there with him. But he wanted that Hollywood finish, did Superchok Sarachat there. It was a heck of a breakaway. Machida Zelvia were thoroughly exposed there at the back. And Trezovic now thrusts it forward. Kitchen sink time for Machida Zelvia. And then Suga. Certainly did seem to catch Kiyosento there, didn't he? So, surely one last throw of the dice now for Machida Zelvia. Anxiety levels high inside the Machida GION Stadium. The 9 extra minutes of stoppage time are up. It's now or never today for Machida. Yuki Sommer, whose deliveries have given them an extra dimension in this second half. The Serb can't find one when it mattered most. Back in for the goalkeeper to half punch it away there, Jun Kurama. There is still one extra chance to get the ball into the box. Over all those blue shirts, tumbling like 9 pins, and Jordi Sanchez there. Trezovic. It's a very lazy and tired ball in, but at least he's able to retrieve. On we go. Sommer, 4 blue shirts into the box. Sommer again cuts to that byline. It's put out. It's another corner, and they're going to appeal for handball by the looks of things there. Surely we're not going to have an extra twist in the tail, are we? Great drama and tension. His arm's right down by his side there, Suga. Where's he supposed to put it? Where's he supposed to put it? He's not extending his body shape in any way, shape or form there. Oh. So we have the VAR check. I mean, I cannot believe in a million years this is going to be called as a penalty. But you never know. Well, 9 extra minutes, so we've had more than 2 of those extra because of the fun and games at the end here. His arm is down by his side. He's purposefully tucking that arm in there, Daiki Suga, isn't he? How can one argue otherwise? Yeah, it's no penalty, it's a corner. Common sense has prevailed. It has to be this now. On the set piece for Machida Zelvia. Here is the corner, there's the header! It's off the base of the post! What a chance and what a moment! And on the rebounding ball, Jun Kurama claims it on his debut. Boy, oh boy, what a moment. With Eric, the substitute, he thought he'd done it. On we go. 9 extra minutes. Turns into 13 extra minutes. There we go. Despite that extraordinary late chance for Eric, heading of the base of the post in the 13th minute of stoppages. Machida Zelvia denied against the second bottom side here, Consadole Sapporo. That was the moment. Sugioka actually with that touch. So an undoubted 2 points dropped here for Machida Zelvia as they look to keep the ascendancy in the J1 title race down the home stretch. So it's over to you, Vissel Kobe and Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who will be licking their lips at the prospect here of Sapporo nicking a point at the home of the league leaders. It was nervy in that second half. Machida Zelvia couldn't find the breakthrough. They stay top, but for how long? They've lost the advantage in the J1 title race. It's finished 0-0 here with Consadole Sapporo. Well, they threw everything in the second half at Sapporo. Ton of changes. Sommer came on, Eric came on, Shota Fujio came on, Mitchell Duke came on. He had a header that flashed wide at the other end though. Strange quirk. Sapporo could have nicked it on the counter themselves, with Machida Zelvia overcommitting bodies forward. It was such a nervy finish that, but make no mistake about it, that is 2 big points dropped for Machida Zelvia ahead of next week's showdown when they go to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. More twists and turns to come for sure. Hiroshima face Yokohama F Marinos. It's Vissel Kobe at Albirex Niigata as well in 24 hours time. And those 2 teams will look to take full advantage. Well, it'll be interesting to get some reaction at the end here, and what has been a disappointing day for Machida Zelvia.
アウェーで首位の町田相手にスコアレスドローの勝ち点1です。今試合終わったばかりですが、この勝ち点1、岡村選手どう捉えていらっしゃいますか？
そうですね、正直、勝ち点3を、取って持って帰りたかったんですけども、町田さんも、すごい強かったので、ただ、負けることなく無失点で、勝ち点1を取れたことを、ポジティブに考えて、もう次の試合に切り替えていきたいかなというふうに思います。